So this week on Casey's, I get to do what I want to do because it's my YouTube channel series. So working on the hood gaps the past week, and both of the fenders were touching the hood, so obviously that wouldn't work. It would chip paint and not be even with the rest of the build. So I did this side and had to cut the inner bracing out and remake that. Since the inner bracing was too far in, it wouldn't allow this outside skin to fit, so had to do the inside and outside, and now I'm pretty happy. I need to tighten up this gap a little bit. But
and so pretty much everything from the firewall forward is aftermarket metal?
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of these
that would probably help. It probably would fit a little better had it been OEM sheet metal. Usually does, but.
Or it's probably easier to fix those gaps, I'm sure.
Yeah, this all stuff, is an idea of the original, so the hood could be a little wider for all we know. So it's always easier to start with the OEM, but these are decent enough. You just have to redo the top of it. But we probably have our doors in a little more than the average guy would care about, just getting them, looking at the gaps and going, but we're trying to get the whole side flush. So in doing that, the fenders have to go with it, so that probably doesn't help either.
You're pretty happy with the door gaps? I think that was the last time you were working on those.
Yeah, it was a while back, but yeah, they look good. I'm happy with those. Probably have to do a little bit right there maybe, but that's easy. So, yep, did the gaps all around here, straighten up the drip rails. So I feel like after I get the front fenders gapped, then that's it. So that's something to look forward to. But yeah, just been trying to get these gaps dialed in on the front, having to rebuild the whole top. You wouldn't think you would have to do that, but sometimes it's necessary. So that was the only way, besides either try and find OEM, which we went down that route, but nobody had any local that were worth looking at. So
yeah, I see what pops up around here, and it can get expensive for stuff that needs a lot of saving.
Yeah, and then who knows if it might even fit the same, so
yeah,
it's easier just to make it fit with where we're at and go.
Well, it's looking good.
Hopefully I'll have them welded up, finished this week. Then it'll be finishing up all the interior stuff like the electronics and whatever else mounting to the firewall. So we'll see. All the cars in here are getting real close to piling up the body shop, so Canton's almost done with his.
I think Canton's pacing himself because he knows when they all pile up at the body shop.
Yeah, we know what that means. I might even have to go in there.
Man, y'all all be in body block prison.
That's all for me.
Hello, YouTube. This week we got a Corvair. This might be a Duster, I don't know, one of the two.
Big block?
No, I think this is a 6-cylinder.
Oh.
Straight 6.
Inline 6, yeah.
Yeah, we just put that in there. 3 on the tree. What do we do? I'm taking apart the front end so I can finish the core support. Would like to shave some holes that we don't need, maybe put a little dimple die here for some fresh air possibly, we don't know yet. Take the fenders off and then realign and put the front end back on in case he wants to make sure everything fits and goes back together as good as it was on there. Don't have any issues taking it off and put it back together in the body shop. So I was talking with Steve, kind of going over the car, asking what else needed to be done. And no one told me about, I was trying to find you a light, like a wiring bulkhead. Were you here when I did the?
I stopped by last week. I wasn't filming. That was, I was filming. I was filming with KC.
So I finished the wiring bulkhead to the motor and
yeah, you had the whole dash out of here last week when I stopped by.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to see up in there, but the
I can see it right through the
Dodge connectors and the box is all done, made to the firewall. So now the wiring is officially done to the motor, or the wiring's not, but the placement is done. And then I ran one over here for the internal wiring for the car. That was the only thing that we had left over that I was talking to Steve about and was like, oh, we need wiring, is what he told me. Make one of those fit. So this is the kind of the best area we could come up with when you have a kick panel over here. Be hidden, and then all the wiring will go up underneath the fender to your headlights and any accessories. It'll all
That's a pretty slick spot, man.
It'll be hidden up under your fender,
well.
and then you shouldn't see hardly any wires, if any, in the engine bay. You'll see some AC lines, heater lines.
But other than that, pretty much Bluetooth.
Bluetooth. I think we got a new Bluetooth drive shaft on this one. Oh, that's why I was taking the front end apart. We got that new 4-wheel drive roadster shop chassis. That's what this Corvair is going to be.
It's a Highboy Ranchero conversion.
Yeah, we're going to cut the back off and go back to the convertible that we had.
I like that.
It's a better
look. Convertible Ranchero Highboy. I like that.
40-inch high.
It's getting wild. I think somebody should build that. 4-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive. The firewall thing was kind of tricky because the firewall was technically already done, and we had to box that in and make it work and make sure you have enough room for those big connectors. So with the intake off, you actually have plenty of room to get to it.
Yeah, that's.
But also, I was asking them, they're the wiring guys, not me. I was like, are you going to be able to wire it like that? And he said if they just pulled the intake off, they should be able to wire everything and then lay the intake back together, and shouldn't be an issue. That's all I got.
So, past few weeks, the 32 hood got re-cleared. It is ready for another cut and buff. Pretty much we just smoothed it out. The last time we color sanded it, he re-cleared it, and then we're gonna go ahead and re-smooth it out. I think we get a better finish. Same thing with the tailgate. So I am currently on 1,000 grit on the backside right now. Going through the steps, gonna color sand this out. Gotta get this done by Wednesday.
Is this going out to good guys?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'll let Nick do the update on this because this is his
okay. We won't
project
get into
right now.
that too quickly.
And then he can talk about that. See, in the paint booth,
Gotcha.
I lined out some stuff last Thursday. Marsh's fuel cap for the bed
that's right.
is done. The gas tank for the 32 has a lot smoother finish on it, so it is ready to be color sanded and buffed. And then C10 parts. This is all glove box, ashtray, tailgate hinges, a couple mounting brackets, and those are all painted with the black. Some of these, like this, will have to be color sanded and buffed. Ashtray will have to be color sanded and buffed. And then we can go take a look at the 32 because we did a lot of work on the 32. Also, last week we put the 32 on the frame. We got the doors installed, door hinges. I went ahead and color sanded and buffed the door hinges since you do see the faces of them. So we color sanded and buffed those, put the doors on, put the firewall. Pretty much got it buttoned up. It is tightened down and is ready for final assembly.
Dude, I can't wait to see this thing in the light.
Yeah.
Because it's just shining in the dark.
So the doors, we got the fitment down and everything. We went ahead and color sanded and buffed the jams.
Insides. And that looks
Since they are
slick.
suicide doors, so you'll see them all the time open. And then the louvers we got in there ready for assembly.
Oh man, sounds nice.
Yeah, it takes a minute because the only way you can fit and adjust like the doors on this car, there's no adjustment on the hinges. It's by the shims and amount of tweak on the body itself. You do it all by the body mounts. You don't do it by the hinges. You can't just slide the door hinges.
Wow.
Yeah, so you have to like tighten that corner to get the body back about how they made it perfectly.
That's so interesting.
And we have to find out how they had it. And it was definitely a process, but it was cool to see how they did it. And yeah, we got it all done and figured out, and it's ready for assembly. And that's about it.
Here with the Nick update.
I am working on this bed. It's going to get ready for a show. Supposedly, it has to be out there on Thursday, so
Yeah.
I'm going to start buffing.
Which, by the way, this isn't, most of the time I come and film with you guys on Thursday. This is actually Monday, so you've only got
A couple days.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's got to take off on Thursday.
Yep. So I'm gonna start buffing it. I gotta finish the inside lip and then hopefully start buffing today. But yeah, last week, I guess we got the 32 put on the chassis, Chase said.
Yeah, that's what Chase was showing.
Yep.
He was explaining how interesting y'all had to align the doors.
Yep, but that's it for this week. It's still early, so.
Yeah. Any knife checks?
No knife today, no.
Gotcha.
I forgot it.
Well, he is next.
Dad, you're next?
What are you doing?
Trying to get that little book.
Got our first client. So this guy reached out to me. It's a brand new 2025. He bought it Saturday and brought it to me Sunday. So he literally, the only miles he has on it was at the dealership. He pulled it onto the trailer and he backed it off and put it in the parking lot. So
just how you like it, man. Super fresh. Don't gotta wash.
This thing's gonna be nice to work on.
10 gallons of red mud out.
Well, yeah, like mine was terribly dirty. So this is a 2025 Polaris RZR Pro R Ultimate. So it's got the Fox Live shocks, it's got a backup camera, it's got a sub, it's got like 27 speakers in it. It's pretty rad.
God, even got them Rockford Fosgates right there behind your head.
Yeah, it's got two here, two down there. It's got tweeters at the top, and it's got a sub underneath the dash on the other side.
Yeah, this thing's full party mode.
Mm-hmm. The one thing I don't like about these Pro Rs is like if you look at it from the front, looks like the top front's so tall. Like the cage is huge.
Yeah, I see it compared to like yours is sitting right next to it.
It's got a hell of a receding hairline. Like it's just like a 5 or 6 head. It's all laid back. So it's getting cage, sand tires and wheels. He's getting new tires on these wheels. Bumpers, front winch, like rock sliders on the sides, radius rods in the back, pull plate. What else? Cool system for the helmet, comms. So we're gonna put like rugged radios in it with fresh air. Dude, so much stuff. Limit straps. It was like $25,000 worth of parts. He was over here for about 2.5 hours yesterday. We went through the whole list of everything he wanted to do. So he paid, these things are around 40, I'm thinking.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
I have no idea what these run.
So he buys it at 40 and then comes over here and drops off $20,000 in the same day. It's like, pretty sweet. Don't
Hey,
get me
that's
wrong.
what you're talking about, though. That's what you're wanting.
Yeah. And a brand new machine that I don't have to clean or break loose bolts that haven't been broke loose in forever. This thing will be easy.
Let me get a look at this backside here.
So these are, we're doing a tune and clutches in it, exhaust. So these are stock, I think they're 225 horse at the motor. They went the tune, I think they're like 240 wheel. They advertise them at hub. So 240 hub.
Is this thing got a turbo on it as well?
They're NA, so
Oh,
they're
they are
inline
NA.
4-cylinder.
Gotcha.
2 liters. This is what Cody's got. Cody's got the same thing.
Okay.
I don't know if Cody's is an Ultimate or not. I know he's got the TVs and the screen. I don't know if Cody's got a backup. He might. I don't know. Cody's has already got a cage on it and he's got a tune, but here's what it is. I'm excited about it. We'll have it all tore down probably for next week's video. We'll probably be in the middle of it. I spent so far today like $12,000 by clicking buttons on my computer. That's kind of nice.
I like how you put that.
Yeah, just like click, yep. So hopefully parts will show up early next week. Some of them will be coming in this week, but again, we're off our game, right? So we come in to film on Monday.
Yeah.
So this video will drop Thursday, and then hopefully next week's video.
You won't even really be here Thursday, will you?
Who?
You. Because you'll be heading out to Good Guys.
I'll be back for the video. We're going to go load in first thing in the morning. I'll be back by 10, 11 o'clock. It won't take me long to load in. I don't know what we're taking to Good Guys yet, honestly. Philip was supposed to bring his truck over this morning. Hadn't heard from him yet, so I don't know what he's got going. And then, so hopefully it's here tomorrow. So I'd like to take Philip's truck. I want to take the black and white C10, and we might, but we had that mess up on the bed where we had to reshoot it. Mm-hmm. So Nick's got it ready to buff, but we've got so much time in this truck, I really don't want to throw it together just to take it to Good Guys.
Yeah.
Like it's not worth it for me to do that. Anywho, let's get inside before he talks to me. So this was the Steve's machine. It's already been to the dunes. We already cleaned it up. And then he decided he wanted to go a little more with it. And so we ripped it down. So we're going to paint the plastics like we did mine, fix some of the suspension stuff on it, upgrade the suspension. Nothing's broke. We're just going to upgrade some things and then kind of get it back together. So the plan is right now we're going to go to UTV Invasion in Utah. It's at Little Sahara. I think it's like Little Sahara Sand Mountain or whatever. It's UTV Invasion. It will be there on my birthday. So it'll be, I think the show's the 28th through the 1st or 29th through the 1st, I think, or whatever.
That's cool.
So we're going to go up there for that. I know me and Todd Wilson are going. Steve was talking about going and then not going, not going. I don't know. But we're painting his to take it with us so we have another machine to kind of show off. We were going to set up as vendors, but since we've never been there, I don't know what the vendor section's like, and I don't want to set up and be stuck there talking to people like if nobody's out there. Like what if the vendor section's dead, right? So I kind of feel like if we just go out there and ride around and talk to people, I'm just going to bring a bunch of shirts and hats and stickers and just give them away.
I think that's the way to do it. Then you get to have fun and enjoy it.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. And if their vendor section's banging, then we know to go back next year in the vendor section and bring a couple more people so maybe we could rotate, close the vendor section down at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, and then we all can go ride, just talk to people during the day or something maybe. And then we've got, so KC Highlights, we work with them a lot, and they picked up my machine. They're going to take me and my side-by-side, and I don't know if Steve or any of the guys are going to go with us, but to Santa Cruz. Is that California? Santa Cruz,
California.
So it's the Super Sand Show or whatever. So my side-by-side will be in their booth for that.
Dang, bro. And
then it'll be, which from what I'm reading and talking to people about, that's kind of like the SEMA for side-by-sides and sand rails. And I mean, anything to do in the sand and desert, that's like their SEMA or whatever.
That's cool.
So I'll be in their booth for that. And then it'll be, I think that one's November, October, I don't know. You can look it up. There's another show called the Dirt Show that's in Scottsdale, Arizona that KC Highlights is going to bring us out and put us in their booth too. So that's pretty cool to build it and then kind of get picked up to go show it off with them. So at least somebody likes it besides me. So we'll be at those two shows. If anybody's going out, they should come out and check it out. Like I said, the guy's been working 32. I mean, Chase talked to you about that. It turned out really good. I'm happy as can all be with that thing. Customers ecstatic. And it doesn't look like much, but there's not a whole lot more that goes on it before it's finished.
Yeah. Slap a windshield and some seats in there.
The top's not on it yet. I would love for the customer not to put the top on it because the top looks cool up, but man, it looks like a horse and buggy carriage with the top down. It does not. It is not appealing.
Oh yeah, with that soft top just bunched up sitting back there.
Because it doesn't fold into anything. It just sits on the back.
Yeah.
And it just is not sharp.
Where's the customer out of?
Texas. They're here, but I mean, there's no heat or no AC in it, so I mean.
Hey man, I'm doing it out there.
Yeah, what would you have the top up for, anyways?
I don't have AC, heat, or a top.
Yeah, where you can restrict your airflow by putting the top up.
Just raw dog it, baby.
Yeah, I think it'd look cooler like that. Honestly, if it just didn't have a top, because the seats are low profile, so like from the side profile, I think it would look wicked.
Yeah, it has like the little bucket seats that sit in there perfect.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's gonna be awesome. The top, I think, is gonna, unless the top is up, I think it's gonna take away from the car personally. But it's not my car,
right?
Not my machine, and I'm sure he'll go with the top because I'm sure it wasn't a cheap deal to add to the vehicle when he had it built. But
probably not.
You can bolt it on and off, but for it to stay on, the body has to be drilled and with snaps because the back just folds up, so the material is going to have to snap onto the body. And I feel really bad for the interior shop that's got to drill through that paint. So it had never been mocked up for a top. Like, I don't know how they do it. I talked to the interior shop, and a couple people that we talked to about it, they said they can do it with it being painted. So we just painted it, and I guess if they want to drill through it and put screws into the body to hold snaps on it, that's another thing. If you ever want to take the top off, you've killed the whole body. But you can have those 1980s snaps on the side of the body, like where the tonneau covers used to clip onto it.
Yep.
I think it's a bad deal all the way around. But like I said, not my car. So we'll see how things go. I'm happy with everything that's going on right now. We're waiting on wheels on the Camaro. The black and white C10's at a really good spot. I mean, it doesn't look like we've been working on it because we haven't, but we're finishing up the bed. Then once the bed's on there, all the bodywork's done, the hood's here, wrapped up in plastic, make sure nothing happens to it. Blake's got it all wired. Headlights and taillights are the only thing left to just terminate. All the wires have been tested, everything works. The motor turns over with a battery on it, everything's good to go. It's just, then we'll just finish up the interior. The interior's nothing crazy. Most of it's gonna bolt back in except for we got new sloshed tubs for it, so they'll have to be just wrapped, but there's no fab work for us there to do, so it'll be good. Ian's hightailing on the aftermarket junk sheet metal fitment that's, I don't know, it sucks, but it is what it is.
Most expensive aftermarket sheet metal.
Well, and it's all, what sucks is the everything's so, it's hard to find parts for any of this stuff. So, I mean, you're forced to do this on all those parts to make everything fit. It's like the more we do, the older the cars are getting that people want, the parts are getting less and less quality to put on. So to have a nice car, I mean, it's just so much time in the fab shop, but whatever.
It is what it is.
That's how it was on Todd's truck, that Apache, I mean, or 3100 or whatever you want to call it, dang thing. We spent so much money on metal that now, in the hindsight of it, I wish we'd have just fixed it instead of doing all the searching. I think that's why I was kind of burned out on trying to look for parts. It's like, let's just fix what we got. I mean, we're spending all this time and energy and finding all the good stuff, which is nice, but man, if anybody wants to bring a car now, just go out and spend $50,000 or $60,000 on a cherry body to start with. It'll save you money in the long run. But anyways, I've said bye twice, 3 times, 4 times, whatever. Those are just motors. Those are Todd's also. That's his new 6.2 and his old 6.0 for the S10. We'll talk about that when it comes in. So I guess I'll figure out what this Portacool is all about. Y'all have a great day.